welcome to the stories of Northern life from the Sault Ste. Marie Museum. I will be reading a piece the Sault Museum's research assistant, Justin Brett, wrote for our blog page titled Museum Musings. If you haven't already checked it out, you definitely should. It is filled with short entries on influential figures, important events, and places throughout Sault Ste. Marie history. Today, we're going to talk about an influential person. Not just on Sault Ste. Marie history, but on history of Canada. So let's get into this story. Sault Ste. Marie's City Hall recently had its name changed. As of the year 2020, it is known now as Ronald A. Irwin Civic Centre. Obviously, if someone has earned having their name on a building, they must have done some pretty impressive things. But who exactly was Ron A. Irwin, beyond simply being a former mayor? Let's find out. He was born here in 1936. Irwin was quick to educate himself by acquiring both an undergraduate degree from the University of Western Ontario, as well as a law degree from Osgoode Hall Law School of York University. Later on in his life, he would be elected to the position of Mayor of the Sault. He would keep this post from 1972 to 1974. And it did not take long for him to leave a mark on the city. One of the things Irwin focused on as mayor was urban renewal of Sault Ste. Marie, specifically the waterfront, which at the time was very different to the civic area it is today. It was a mix of commercial and industrial businesses, with one in particular, a site belonging to A.B. McLean, taking up a large portion of it. In addition, to negotiate another site for the company, something that would only further come to pass many years after his term as mayor. Irwin dedicated the then new City Hall would be located at the waterfront as part of this civic shift. If you've ever been pleased with the area, particularly the portion around the library, you likely have Mayor Irwin to thank for it. Outside of his work as Sault Ste. Marie's mayor, Ron Irwin also served Canada as a whole. He worked as a member of Parliament twice, once in the 1980s and again in the 1990s. In the later period, he also served as Minister of Indian Affairs and Northern Development, before having positions as ambassador to Ireland from 1998 to 2001 and Consul General of Canada in Boston from 2001 to 2005. His work in Canada brought Irwin much recognition. In 1975, he was appointed a member of the Order of Canada, an honor given to those who make extraordinary contributions to the country as a whole. He would also be awarded the Sault Ste. Marie Medal of Merit, a similar honor given to people that contributed greatly to our community. Ron Irwin would sadly pass in 2020, but left behind a strong legacy and, of course, a fine name for a civic center. I hope you learned a little something new about the stories of our past and the people who influenced Sault Ste. Marie and beyond. Thanks so much for listening, and see you again next week. Ciao.